My two favorite indicators to use when I'm trading off the daily charts. These are so easy to use and they can potentially help you increase your accuracy and when we might be bouncing off a supply or demand zone or just a regular zone, whatever you tend to call it. So let's go ahead and head over to the charts now and get into it. But first, a quick financial disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Trading is risky, guys. You can lose a lot of money. This is for entertainment, educational purposes only, and my trading results are certainly not typical. So that said, let's get into these two indicators now. On the charts, you go into Trading View, and all you need to do is click on the indicators, and the two indicators I want you to take a look at are the first one, the Ichimoku Cloud, and it should come up when you type in just Ichi in Trading View. So you want that one, and the second one is the Swing Indicator by Pattern Smart right here. Now for the settings on the Ichimoku Cloud, I have it pulled up here. All you need to do is have the following checked off, just the plots background. Next, we move over to the swing indicator. I'll go to the settings here. Nothing to do here, just simply the default settings. All right, on the charts in front of us, I have the CAD Yen daily chart drawn up. I love trading the daily charts because price typically respects, or in a lot of cases, respects zones when you draw them. But before we get into it, let me share with you just how simple it is to draw these zones. So if we're looking at a daily chart here, all we have to do is pick out points where price has bounced or has been getting hung up. So let's go ahead and see if we can identify those. So I might draw one here at the top, and then I might have another one here in the middle off this little area. I might have had one there, and then we might have had another one here, this area, and then we can have one down here at the very bottom. That's it. Do you see how easy that was? And let me just explain it here real quick in case you need further clarification. I drew a zone right here because of this price action here, okay? I drew a zone here because price is getting hung up here. I drew a zone up here because price has touched here twice, all right? So if I were to bar replay this, you can see here, I would have had my zones looking like this. So if we didn't know what's going to happen in the future, this is exactly how my zones be drawn up, and they're super simple to identify and draw. See that? Right there, price is hung up, and we touched here twice, so we would draw our zones there. Now let's put us to, let's get rid of our bar replay here and go right to current price. Let's get into it now. How do we use these two indicators to get a better entry in the market or know we're going to bounce off these levels? Well, here's the tip, guys. And I love these indicators and using them. So let's just say we're over here, we drew a zone, and price is coming down. Now, initially, we would not have had this zone because we didn't know price was bouncing down here. All right. So what we're looking for is price to come back up into this area here. And then we want to know when we have a higher probability chance of price to do this, right? Rather than just entering at the zone, we're looking for some type of confirmation. Now, if you can do this with your eyes, fantastic. But these two indicators should help you and identify these structure breaks as well as trends on the smaller time frame. So what I'll do is I'll mark this off now. Let's just put a little line right here. And what we'll do is we'll drop down one time frame. So we're on the daily. We're going to go down to the 4 hour now. So we'll go down to the 4 hour here. And we'll back up to our line right here. Here's the vertical line that I just drew. Let's just say we don't know what's going to happen. So a bar replay to this point to our vertical line. Now we want to know when price comes up this area, do we have a possible bounce trade setup or will we bounce off of this zone? So let's go ahead and throw in our two indicators now. We'll throw in the Ichimoku Cloud and the swing indicator. Let me explain these here real quick and how they can be used in conjunction together. The swing indicator, all that does is it picks out swing highs and swing lows. The red is the swing high, the blue is the swing low. And simply put, what you're looking for is a break of market structure or a candle close below the blue line for a short or above the red line for a long. However, one other condition has to be met. We have to be up in the zone first. All right. We can't just start taking shorts right away as soon as we start breaking or possibly breaking the blue line down here. OK, we have to wait for price to push up into our zone. So let's take a look and see how that plays out and how these indicators can be used. So we'll bar replay this forward. Price is now touching our zone. So check this out here. All right. as price is up here, how do we know when we want to enter short? Well, I want price to do two things. I want it to close below the blue line and below the Ichimoku cloud. The close has to happen below the cloud, not above the cloud for a short, and the exact opposite for a long. So we'll let this play out here, and we'll stop it right when we get that. So right there, you wouldn't enter short, still not short, still not short. Okay, price is starting to close below the cloud here. All right, so let's go. And right there, we have now candles closing below the swing low, blue line, and we're below the Ichimoku cloud. So how might you enter this trade? Well, you could enter right there, and your stop is subjective. It could be at the highest swing high, it could be at the closest swing high, whatever you want to do, or whichever is more comfortable for you as a trader. So I would put mine up here, and then we go down to see how far we can get. And perhaps as I'm in this trade, I might be managing this or actively managing it. If I hit to say 1% or 1.5, I may move my stop to break even. So we'll just let this play out a bit and see how far we go. And we get tagged. We tag it right there in this particular trade. All right, so that is one example, guys. Let's look at another quick example here so you can see how effective this can be when you use these together with properly drawn daily zones. So let's go back out to the daily now, and we'll get price back to current time. All right, so what happens over here as we're pushing up into this area? Let's just say we got this trade here, we won, we're happy, we're excited. Now, you can look for another bounce as price continues on and pushes up here in the future. You may get something here as well. Now, but what happens when price gets to an area and it's just simply not bouncing? How do you not get caught in that? All right, let's take a look at this zone right here as an example. So I'll remove that one temporarily so you can see this a bit more clearly. Let's look at this particular zone right here. All right, we're going to focus in on this one. All right, so as price is pushing up to this area, as it comes up here, how do we know if we want to enter this trade short? Okay, a lot of traders will see price pushing up here. They'll start looking at this area, and they may just FOMO in or jump in right away without any confirmation. That's not what you want to do. So again, these two indicators simply help you identify potential areas. So let me mark this off in the chart here so you can see what happens. We'll drop down to the 4-hour now, and we'll go back to where that price is at. We'll remove some things here so you can see it a bit more clearly. All right, so as price is pushing up into this zone here, you see our blue lines, our swing lows. At no point in time does price ever close below the swing low for us to get caught trying to sell this market as it enters this zone right here from this. Okay, now let's come back out to the daily so you can see what happens up here. So we're ignoring these trades. We're letting price continue on to the next level, which is up here. And we are again looking for a short as price enters up here. So I will move the vertical line over like so. Now you can see if we drop down to the 4-hour, we've avoided all these trades down here that would have probably stopped us out. And as price pushes up here into our zone, you can see price does break a low here, okay? But we would not enter here. Why? Because price is not below the Ichimoku cloud yet. That's your second confirmation. It does not happen until right here, and that's okay. So we would go in something like this here. We close below. We could have our stop way up here, or we could have it near the nearest swing high, which could be something right in there, whichever you're comfortable with. And again, this could be managed appropriately, maybe moving stop to break even at 1%, or however you see fit in the market. So that's one example, guys. I have a couple more examples here to share with you. All right, let's do one more example. This one's a bit harder because I'm sure you guys are thinking, well, Tim, what if I draw my zones a little tighter? I don't draw my zones at the extremes like you do. So let's check out a few of those examples now over on GBP Chef here. Here's the chart, the daily chart. I've drawn up my zones already. I like to draw my zones extreme, but I purposely drawn in two zones here where somebody might have drawn some zones simply because of the way they trade. Me personally, I would have had my zones up here and down here. So let's just take a look here. All right. So if we see price is rejecting here and we put in a zone, and then we take this bar replay tool and we go over like this here. All right, so we don't know what's happening here, and we'll mark this off. And then we'll come down to our 4 hour. And once we drop down to our 4 hour now, you have your zone up here. You have your little zone down here. Let's go ahead and throw on the indicators. Okay, so I'm looking for a short. If price gets up here, I'm looking for a short to go like this here. Let's see what happens. So as price is pushing up, it hits this level. I'm not just jumping into the trade. It breaks the level. There is no swing low broken. We're not even below the cloud. So price just blasts through the level. If you're getting in this trade, you're getting stopped out because it just fires straight through this level here. All right, let's play this out a bit further. So price retests this here now. If you are a break and retest trader where price pushes through a level, comes back and retests, how would you know you might enter long? And I already have it marked off here so you can see it. Right here, if you look, we'll just remove this quickly out of the way so you can see the cloud. We're above the cloud. Price closes above the swing high. Let's bring back over our trade entry right here. You could have your stop below the swing low or below where price has made its own low there. And then you could see how you might manage this trade here. All right, price comes up here. Again, maybe you're targeting 1.5R, 1. Maybe your stop is a lot tighter than this and you're getting 3R. Who knows? My point being here, guys, is using these tools together can help you find a better entry in these zones. Now, if we come back out to the daily, this is the last example I have here for you because I wanted to show this to you because this was a trade that I did take. When I saw price coming up here, barely tapping off this zone, and then we tick over a few more times, how do I know when I want to get short here? How do I know this thing is just not going to fire straight up and stop me out? Okay, because it could. This could have happened. So again, if I mark off this area, I'll move it over here to when I saw these dojis forming, touching the zone. We drop down to the 4 hour. If we have our indicators on the charts, we'll just kind of remove some things here so you can see it a bit more clearly. All right, how would I know when to possibly enter this short? All right, I need price to get below this cloud and to break a swing low. So let's go ahead and play it forward here. And there it is. Price breaks below a swing low. We're below the Ichimoku cloud. I could possibly look to go like this. Now remember, I'm trading off the daily charts when I trade Forex pairs, so my stop loss would probably be way up here, swing trading. And of course, if we bar replay this forward, we keep going off of the 4 hour. You can see we come back up a bit, retap here, and then we come down. We're starting to come down here now in the current market conditions here. So that's how it's done, guys. These two indicators, I love them. They can be used on the 5-minute time frames. They can be used on the 1 hour, 4 hour. Go back test them, figure out how they might fit in with your system. Maybe they'll help, with how you're currently trading, or maybe not. I'm just sharing with you two indicators that I absolutely love and I still use to this day when looking at certain setups. And if I'm somebody who is new and doesn't know how to draw zones, or I don't know where the swing low or swing high is, the swing indicator can help you or help train your eyes where these lows may be. So if I just remove price here, you can see all of that and get this out of the way. We'll remove the Ichimoku cloud as well, so you can see it right there. Identifying these areas in the market, again, will help train your eyes so that you can see these swing lows and swing highs. Once again, thanks for watching. I have a free Telegram somewhere in the description down here below where I'm trading the NAS 100 every single morning on the 5-minute charts and sharing my analysis and also sharing my funded journey there as well. Feel free to join and check that out, and go ahead and comment below, like and subscribe. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. And remember, be sure to be responsible, backtest this for yourself, take a look at the results, see how it might help you in your trading. Thanks for watching.